Now what, practice? Let's go hit the range.
I was like, let's go to the range.
We are headed to the golf course. Yo, you want to golf with us?
No.
You don't play golf?
No.
Try. We got to break par.
I'm very, very excited. You excited?
Yeah.
Full Send Golf. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Andre of the Savages.
Let's think about this. I'm glad you brought this up because even in the first film, what are they doing? Apollo is trying to find somebody to help me get this show off. We're not planning on this dude winning. That's not even in the thing at all. Every now and again, I feel like somebody says F the program.
Black and White Sports. Weekdays 4 to 6 on 100.7 The Ticket.
In the left field, down the line.
Big plays and big moments.
It's a fair ball.
It's 100.7 The Ticket. His Store and More, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.7 WQQO HD2 Sylvania, Toledo, a Cumulus media station. This is SportsCenter.
I'm Chad Ryder. The Green Bay Packers have now agreed on extensions with their top two receivers. First, Jaden Reed, and today they agreed a 4-year, $110.5 million extension with Christian Watson, $31 million signing bonus, reports ESPN's Adam Schefter. To the NHL, and it's Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final tonight in Carolina after the Golden Knights won Game 1 over the Hurricanes in a 5-4 thriller. Hurricanes head coach Rod Brindamore on adjustments.
Again, this is a totally different team. Then that may be part of it too. You know, we got to get up to speed on how this game and this series is going to go. I think we certainly got a taste of that now. And, you know, similarly, we made a lot of mistakes in that first game. It cost us, but, yeah, you can't make them.
And you can watch Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final, Vegas at Carolina, tonight on ABC at 8 p.m. Eastern. In baseball, the Yankees just knocked out the Guardians 2-1. Ryan McMahon with a go-ahead RBI single of the seventh. So New York is now a half game at back of idle Tampa Bay for the AL East lead. The Phillies complete a 3-game sweep of the Padres 6-4. The final, Zach Wheeler, the winner.
Hey, it's Michelle Smallman, and coming up Friday, Wemby and the Spurs threw away Game 1 at home against the Knicks. I'll tell you if what I saw from them concerns me going into Game 2. It's on Sportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Andre of the Savages here for Mama Mary's Pizza. Mama Mary's Pizza wants to celebrate America's 250th anniversary. Founded in 1776, the United States is 250 years old. And Mama Mary's Pizza wants to celebrate with a 17.76% discount on the whole menu. 17.76% off your order. Sometimes you're just too tired to make that dinner, so Mama Mary's makes it easy on you and your wallet. Something for mom, dad, and the youngsters. Pizza, salad, sub, pastas, and more. Mama Mary's Pizza in Holland on Airport and Holloway.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
I mean, they're there, and trust and believe. Watch this. As much as we would like to say we don't know if we could really look seriously at the Raptors, what you do know is that Cleveland will ultimately pull a game or two away in this series by their own merit, whether it be poor decision-making, where there's excessive turnovers, where they're inept from the foul line, and some other dereliction of duty that we know that the Cleveland Cavs will put on display.
Black and White Sports, weekdays from 4 to 6 on 100.7 The Ticket.
Why do they officiate? For some, it's a way of staying involved in a sport they grew up with. For others, it's a way to pay it forward by helping kids who play today and tomorrow. It's also a great way to stay active, make extra money, and work with friends. And all of them will say it boils down to one thing: the love of the game. Find your reasons and log on to ohsaa.org to find out how to become an official. You'll be glad you did. This is the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Educate through sports.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Dude, not going to be no help going on from this place, period. I told you. I made it clear. Josh.
Dude, you're an established professional broadcaster
with 20-plus years of experience. Wait a minute. Did he say because they going to start calling you alive? Wait a minute. Did you say that? That's on the tape. That's on the tape. Get a copy of this show, Josh. Immediately. Get a copy of that. Denny Schaefer said that.
I'm a professional broadcaster.
I never have objections to most things you're saying. Have you ever noticed how I don't really go back and forth with you in objection mode and all that rigidity? We don't do it.
Weekdays 4 to 6, Black and White Sports, ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
The NBA Finals on ESPN Radio. All the dunks.
Ananobi catches under the basket, goes up and slams it home.
The dimes.
Harper lifts it for Nassau, flies in for the alley-oop.
The daggers.
He's going to pull a half-court jumper. Hit it at the horn. Victor Wembanyama.
It's the NBA Finals here exclusively on Toledo's home for hoops, ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
Black and White Sports is now.
Trust and believe. It's something totally different. And stop with the Eminem, because Eminem's not one of the best either. And y'all can stop that.
Dre says he's the best on the mic.
Dr. Dre is a Fed, and so is Snoop. We covered this. Everybody fool with Dre and Snoop is dead or was locked up. I don't care what Dr. Dre said.
I'm just reporting.
Dr. Dre was wearing women's shoes before it was fashionable to do it as a guy.
Toledo's sports leader, ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
I know you're kind of busy just now, but I want to tell you some things I never told you. I know sometimes I act stupid and I say stupid things, but you kept me around, and other people would have said, drop that bum. You give me respect. You know, it's hard for me to say these kind of things because that ain't my way. But if I could just unzip myself and step out and be someone else, I want to be you. You're real hot.
If the papers knew we were talking like this, they'd think we was crazy. Why you?
Because I'm the best and you need somebody to teach you different. You may not understand what I'm talking about now. I can appreciate that, but you will when it's over. Believe me. You will when it's over.
You think I don't have any more?
You got nothing more to prove, do you?
Look, man, this is the opportunity of a lifetime.
I got a lot more. Come on. Here we go again.
And we wish to show the American press a small portion of the advances.
What does all this do to enhance performance?
It makes a man a better man. A great athlete, a super athlete. Though most of the world is ignorant. It's showtime! It's showtime! Come on. I wish to educate your country.
In great spirits tonight. He's really putting on a show for this capacity crowd.
Shall we have a demonstration?
Please do.
As you can see, the result's quite obvious. Whatever he hits, he destroys.
Now you're gonna have to go through hell.
A success. It's game one. That was cool. That was fun. Now, the job's not done. Like I said, chill. That's just one. Whoa. I guess you feel impressed. I guess the Knicks kind of look fresh, yes. But I would say, hold up. Wait on the refs. Wow. The thing just started. You know, at some point, the Knicks done farted. And what can we expect? Well, next game, Wemby, get that check. What's going down? Let me chill out, Josh Burnham. Glass City, fastest $120. Called Black and White Sports. Good afternoon. What do you want me to do, Josh? They're gonna say like a lot of stuff I've been hearing, sir. As we come in, it's hard to wait to do this show, man. After, stuff like what we got going on here. Before I take up all of the air, Josh, what did you think? Did you see it, or were you doing something else? You could have been gardening. I know how you do. It could have been something else.
I did watch the game.
Okay. Oh, and by the way, real quick, before you say that, Josh, if we had some disconnectories. I think if you guys are on Facebook, we saw it. So just be advised. We were aware. You know what I mean? Hopefully I think Josh reconnected it. The black and white page, I think that's all we have to concern
your
ourselves.
personal page, I just reconnected.
Oh, I was going to say you didn't have to. I thought I saw that. Go out, and that's fine. If you ever see mine, you don't necessarily have to connect mine. I just, I throw it on because you throw it on. You know what I mean?
Right.
Probably shouldn't, actually. But nonetheless, welcome in. Hold on. First and foremost, quick, Josh, reaction to the game before I go on. Let me move on.
Very exciting, very intriguing, and who knows if the Spurs can bounce back or not. I think they will.
Yeah, now I'm flipping. Thank you, too, for the music bed as we came in, Josh. You made me feel pressure like I had to say something. Every time you play something fresh like that, all I think to myself is like, Hightower and Jones, they're waiting to see what I'm going to say. That's what I'm thinking. It's too much pressure. I'm saying, oh, man, you got to say something right here.
It's like you said, you got to step up your game.
And see, Josh, you get me. You get me every time when you do. I wish you wouldn't do it sometimes because I'm not rappy every day. That's not, we're not here for it. We're not rappy. They don't think I'm trying to be rappy. You know what I'm saying? I'm way past the age of rappy. Well, at least if I had a career. If you had a career and you're rappy at this point, it's all good. If there's a catalog to speak of that you have that we can find and we can at least Spotify something, then it's all good.
Yeah, but when you get to
I don't have a catalog really to speak of like that.
How do you do, fellow kids?
But it's just for the kids. And my daughter too, because she would want me to, to step up if they challenge. She would like, all right, Dad, get them. So that can. But hey, man. Let's all chill out, though, as we get NBA Finals-y here. Game 1. And, again, welcome, everyone. All right, Black and White Sports on this. What we say is think twice. Thursday. Calm your ass down. Nice work, Knicks late. Most of you watching that, generally speaking, throughout were concerned like, oh, hell. Hey, but I'm not mad. But listen. So, Josh, this is what I got going now, though. See? Because I'm listening to that is the good part, though. Let me take this back. Earlier, I was saying that it's crap to have to come on this late in the day. Not really, because I get to see everybody say everything that was said all day, and it's too much, way too much extra confident talk. And for those who are feeling like, I don't know. I saw some posts. I saw the people talk. I feel like it's not enough. Hold on. At least let's watch game 2. At least let's do that. Now, if you get me on a New York Knicks, 2-0 regimen, I'm gonna have to look at that workout. But I'm not there yet. I'm not trying to get in that space. No. So you need to chill out. Don't get too sure. With your Jalen Brunson asses, chill out. Seriously. Here, let's get Wemby, Josh. Vocals, number 1, especially when I hear my young dog, the general, he says at the beginning, and it wasn't great because Wemby, you weren't great tonight, but I mean, I'm chilling.
No, of course not. I agree with the coach. And it's the same. Every team guards differently, I'm going to figure it out. It's, I was bad tonight. It's not more complicated than that.
What do you say, Josh? What do you say you going to do?
It's not more complicated than that.
I'm going to figure it out. These little small-ass people. Even Cat Towns. But good game, though. Cat Towns, clowning. And there's energy on that. We appreciate and we respect the energy of the Cat Towns clowning last night, for sure. Let me get into this box score. Hold on, Josh. Let me pull up the thing, man. Let's get specific around here. Because, again, as we move on, a lot of this stuff is going to end up being trickery. But first of all, let's start with our man, KATZ. So we get 7 for 15. We didn't do anything from Triple, so we know we'll judge that fairly. We know we will hear from him there. The 12 glass wipes. You get that in there, Josh? I just thought of that. I'm like, look at another way. We create curse words cleanly. If you listen to what I just said, glass wipes. You glass wipe.
He's getting the Windex.
Yeah, you damn glass wipe. But 12 of those. We like that. See, okay, here's another thing. See, this is what I'm talking about. Exactly. Popping off the page is the protruding bull crap. I was trying to find a P word without tripping out and getting us off the air. You're not getting 15 glass wipes from Josh Hart. And he is pretty glass wipey, but he's not that damn glass wipey. And you know why? And look, watch this. Watch this. With a guy like Josh Hart, and I like Josh Hart. Josh Hart is cool. I like Josh Hart. Josh Hart is probably one of your boys. You might want to hang and go bowling with Josh Hart. It's cool. Get a couple frosty ales and we chilling, right? Dip to the parking lot a time or two, you know what I'm saying? Come back, chop it up, pop back through. Bowling game gets sharper. Y'all understand? Y'all don't know nothing about it. But Josh Hart, cool. We like you. But the thing about a guy like this, it's got to be balanced. I'm talking about his whole campaign for the night. It's not got to be a 35 Josh Hart. Then you know he didn't pass a damn thing. He didn't grab a damn glass wipe, nothing else.
That's the fact, Jack.
So when we do 15 glass wipes, then we know where did we get nothing. Scored nothing. 3. Now, didn't really have to today because you won, but you were in deficit land most of it. You were nowhere to be found. This 5 attempts for the time you spent on the floor to the tune of 27 minutes, this won't do. But it did yesterday because you won, you escaped. You were also blank, man, from 3. This is Josh Hart, ladies and gentlemen. You all like him. He's one of your favorites. And the 15 on the glass, see, that's the part that SportsCenter comes on and says it, and then you think he got busy. He didn't get busy. Miles Bridges, you got extra unbusy. You was almost super duper because we're looking for something from Triple from you. Not an attempt. See, this is the fluke dukery with the prop-ish. This is that. No Miles Bridges, no looks from the trip. And okay, 3 of 6, cool. No one's mad. 9 points is never frowned upon, but it's not adequate. Miles Bridges has been a 15-point equator, man. Cut the games. You didn't get busy. Then you all are out here Brunson-y. You're so Brunson-y. Brunson is 12 of 31. Take your family and get the hell out of our hotel, and your bags will be thrown over the balcony. There'll be no bellhop. There'll be no cart with hangers on it. Get your asses, your Chevy Chase asses out of here. 37 minutes of bad Brunson, and yet you won. The Spurs are going to murder these people tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? What is it, Friday?
Yeah,
no, it's
tomorrow.
Friday. It's tomorrow? This is Friday. Okay, tomorrow is Friday. I don't know. I have no idea what day it is. I'm delirious with this damniness. And then here's the capper. Let's go to break on this one. Let's do the break on this one. Here's a capper. Got to go out. Let's get a mic drop from the mic dropper. He's the big dog. He's King. He's King Steve. He's our guy. He's the main man. He's the one we listen to. We paid him $100 million is what we did. The Brunson deal came down and Stephen A says We'll be back after this break.
I'm tired. I'm tired, y'all. I'm so tired. I slept 2 hours last night. 2 damn hours of tossing and turning. Or staring at my ceiling. On the night at the NBA draft was held in New York City, Barclays Center. A night in which the New York Knicks had the 11th overall pick in the NBA draft with a ton of holes to fill, with shooters and point guards and rim protectors all over the board. My New York Knicks came away with nothing. Nothing at all. Trading their first round pick away. And for what? To go all in on clearing cap space in hopes of signing Jalen Brunson? Look, I mean, Jalen Brunson is a nice player. Hope the brother comes, hope he gets paid. But the Knicks are acting like he's KD. I'm going to repeat, Jalen Brunson. The Knicks just hired this man's father as an assistant coach. This is what you do to recruit a player in college. This is what you do at Kentucky. But the Knicks are an NBA franchise, at least they're supposed to be. But they've only been out of the first round once since 2001. Once. Missed the playoffs entirely in 16 of the past 21 seasons. Haven't won a damn championship since 1973. I was 5 years old, damn it. 5. So I'm tired. I'm very tired.
Join Andre of the Savages, weekdays 4 to 6 on Black and White Sports, ESPN 100.7 The Ticket. ESPN 100.7 right now, traffic.
New stop and go traffic 75 northbound between Summit and Luna Pier. Also an accident Fearing and Hill. Other than that, we're clear. If you're seeing anything we're not, let us know. That's your Cumulus Toledo right now traffic.
This hour is brought to you by Dunn Chevrolet. Dunn is your SUV superstore. Trailblazer, Trax, Equinox, Blazer, Traverse, Tahoe, and Suburban. We have every size SUV. Find yours at DunnChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Andre of the Savages here for Mama Mary's Pizza. Mama Mary's Pizza wants to celebrate America's 250th anniversary. Founded in 1776, the United States is 250 years old. And Mama Mary's Pizza wants to celebrate with a 17.76% discount on the whole menu. 17.76% off your order. Sometimes you're just too tired to make that dinner, so Mama Mary's makes it easy on you and your wallet. Something for mom, dad, and the youngsters. Pizza, salad, sub, pastas, and more. Mama Mary's Pizza in Holland on Airport and Holloway.
This summer, get a front row seat to the future of the L.
You want some boiled peanuts? It's a boiled peanut.
clients receive 15% off of their first project and labor. Just mention this ad once you receive your free estimate. DreamGreenToledo.com. Dream Green, making your space your favorite place.
Oak Harbor Golf Club, a scenic 18-hole championship course built on the banks of the Portage River, has been a premier golf facility since 1964, and they're now under new management. From work gatherings to bachelor parties, you can find your next tee time today at oakharborgolfclub.com.
Black and White Sports.
And I used to have this mental illness where I thought logical arguments would change people's mind. Like I thought laying out all the facts, the proof, the evidence calmly would make them think like, you're right, I need to reevaluate everything that I just said. No, like they'll just still argue with you like they're getting paid for it. And what I'm starting to realize is you can't argue with somebody using facts when they belief's not based on facts.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Black and White Sports, fastest $120. All right. On a Think Twice Thursday. I hope I was clear earlier. And I will get back into why we need to say that, I think, especially after last night. Well, I know this because the comments are saying it. I see now this would be a horrible meeting, gentlemen, general counsel in the building. All right, you guys know we live on Facebook at Black White Sports. So these boys in the comments. Also, catch us YouTube. Savvy Television is live, lit up. Savvy Television app is live on fire too. That's another thing. This is important because soon we're going to make a shift here. We finally have come to terms, I think, with how we make this transition. I think you guys will like this. We know the council will roll with it. I don't know about the rest of you guys. We'll cross our fingers. But we got to worry about the rest of the nation with this thing because we don't know. Glass City, we don't know. All right, now, so to these comments, Josh, we have K. Jones is the one that got me the worst, Josh. He said, Wemby is not sweet. Is he serious, Josh? What kind of
I see it,
stuff
but
is
I
he
hardly
saying?
believe it.
Jones, what are you saying? What is this about, man? What are you guys? He's not sweet. Hold on. Let's go back to these numbers because I was firing on the Knicks. Let me go back to the poor atrocities of San Antonio. Hold on. Let's go ahead and probe that situation. Hold on. Because we get that it wasn't a spectacular game. And this is one thing too. Hold on. Go back to Hightower. Hightower says Wemby was overzealous and too eager. He said to take over the game. I don't know, though. You know what I mean? And I only say that because I heard some other conversations. I don't necessarily disagree with you, Hightower, or agree. I don't even know that I saw it. I might liken this to, I don't know if you guys recall, there were some days ago, might have been a week or two ago, and I was saying, I forgot who we were talking to that was on the show with me. And because it's very difficult for Wemby to be physically not necessarily in your vision, so to speak. But what I might say, and this is why I guess I might have questions toward the comment, Hightower, is because I don't feel he was assertive enough. But I would like to add to that more so in terms of the balance of the game, because I think everyone might agree in this level of competition where we're at now. I think it's beyond necessarily mandatory that this young man affect all of the possessions. What do I mean by this? Some of you old enough to recall, I mean, they refer to him a lot. They talk about him every time they want to do a nostalgia and all this other stuff. But they talk about the Showtime Lakers and all that. I have a couple more examples, but I'll start with them because I feel like that's far enough to go back because we are old enough, cats hearing this, and then there's some younger, dogs that are aware of all this stuff. Lakers were that way. And what I mean by that, and one thing, and in order to say this, you have to recognize, and most of you didn't, because they still talk about these guys in a way that shows me people don't know a lot of times what they're really either talking about or looking at or both of it, right? But those guys were able to run and do all that pretty dancery that you all love to celebrate. And those of us who are Laker fans long enough to be really, really excited by all that when they were playing, probably would realize that all of that was possible because of the way their defense would totally disrupt your situation. It really is that simple. Now, sometimes it would be missed shots, rebounds. And we talking about, and the Lakers were notorious, whether it be Worthy, AC Green for sure, because he didn't do nothing else. AC Green, boom, his outlet. AC Green outlet game was the masterousness. Y'all don't even understand that. To say you need good outletters to be dippy like that. But I want to reference Kareem is why I brought him up. Because everything going on in each half of a court, whenever we're halving of a court, we're either looking to, again, we're coming down to the block, and then maybe we come back out, Magic. Maybe we hit in the corner, Scott and Coop, we doing this. But essentially, we kind of want to just look. We can make this real simple and quick and get this guy hooked in your face, and we can go and get on back down the court. Now, defensively, again, it was done. It allowed him to even age kind of gracefully in the defensive section. That's really where they had to go ahead and start saying, all right, Cap, we're going to have to look at doing something, and then he was scoring 8 on his way out when he had the goggles and the ball head with them. That was kind of, it got a little bit, But there's a team of that. Houston Rockets, 94, 95. Dream. Same thing. Even with Jet and these boys up here just hiking and jiking up shot. He would say it. If I was on TNT right now, I'd be like, Jet, tell the truth. And you know what the way he'd be like, yeah, Sav, I ain't even know, Sav, where you come from, Sav? I'd be like, I used to work with you boys. You forgot me. You ain't know. You didn't understand. I'm back in here, a little older. That's what I'm going to say. I had to project it, everybody. I got to get back to the A. But to that extent, you would say Shaquille O'Neal Lakers, same thing. Even with aspiring, desiring, and then later on, the admiring of the Kobe Bryant that ends up taking place, still 34. So you see, this is where Hightower, to get that in the long, you have to do it. It's a show. Come on. We have to do it. It's time. We got to eat it up. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying? It'd be, whoa, it's content. The thing is, that's what I didn't get. Last night, I didn't get that. And this is why you have the result. This is your result of exactly that not going on. And I would tell you, like I said, I don't know. We weren't offensive enough. You got your 21 shots, and I don't know that they were, the efficiency was trash. No doubt. There's no, and again, he's out here. He's swagger Jackie. He's out here. He's doing it. He's 9 attempts. He's out here with the champagne and stop it. Again, even though Champagne 50% with his, we love it. I still get leery. I get nervous. Look what happened. Last time Champagne was pennying, he was damn Penny the neighbor. And not when Rolona got her, when her mama had her. That's another, listen, white family, you may or may not. I don't know. But that's what I don't want 10 looks from Penny. I don't want that ever in nothing. Why? Because it was time for us to drop one. And this is how we perform our tankeries. I'm laughing at this. I think this is silly. I had a guy on Facebook. I told him, Ski is on here. Where's Ski's crap? Put Ski's crap up so we can hit this. We're going to hit this break in a minute, Josh. Did we ring the bell? Hold on. We got to ring the bell. We're not going anywhere. Hold on. Stop. Everybody freeze. Think twice. See that? We don't rehearse it, Josh. It's a real thing.
Oh, you still want to go to...
Yeah, put Ski's crap about a... What did he say? going on record. Yeah, good. Keep that. This is what I love when he does this. Oh, this is, man, this is so Jack trippery. This is an insult to the John Ritterness of Ski's look. Going on the record, keep the receipts, Knicks in 5. Oh, he's got the 5 right. Yeah, you got the 5 right. The Knicks are done winning games. How about that? Oh, I love it just because Ski said it. I don't even know if I was really, people, I said it now. That's why I'm on it now. Unbelievable. But no, I can't believe these boys is up here. I'm looking at these comments, man. Jones said he is all talk, not dominant enough for me. Too frail. Oh, Jones. He's getting stronger. What? Man, you try being 7'4" and a literal damn. It's not a bonsai tree, man. It's a willow tree or something. Like, whoa, chill out. I'm in the finals. How does Wembley in 22? What is he, 22?
I think at least, I
He's
mean,
like 22. Man, what? This is Cassius Clay stuff, man. This is, bruh, he's 20, man. Whoa, go back and get all the biopics and see what we're doing at this point. Oh, no, this is just the opener. This is the opener. 20. Michael was 22, 24. Thriller. I want to say maybe in 22. I could have it wrong. I'm right there. I'm in the zone. 19, 20. I'm off the wall, fool. I'm already off the wall. I'm Micah Stair at night. What? I'm Michael Brown. My feet, please, young man, stop them feet. No, man. No. You guys got to chill out, man.
No.
You got to chill out. Y'all got to chill out now. You know what I'm saying? Man, respect. Hey, these are my guys, man. I'm going to go ahead and say, that's why I had to bring it to this situation. I wanted to go ahead and talk if y'all was sitting here. I'm like, fellas, whoa. Watch him turn it out. I'm driving. I'm saying, damn. I said it to Josh. I'm really trying to pray it, y'all. I'm trying to will it into existence so we can watch it, so we can really look at it. The same way we got Michael Parsons up out of there, right? I want this quadruple. I want that quad dub. Oh, I'm sniffing. We got to have it. That'll settle it. Get that in the final. Especially, what if it's to send somebody home? Because the only one I concern myself, can we go ahead and get slap tappery 10 times out here quickly? And I'm seeing that's what that was last night. Because last night, I don't know how you guys felt, but when it started off, I really thought we was going to stay with the track meet, to be honest with you. I thought it was so incredible. The adrenaline rush of the first quarter was outstanding, And then the one, I don't know, I guess it was first quarter, Josh Hart in there with that nonsense tripping and got it, you know what I'm saying? If we get to doing that, but again, hey, man, respect to the Knicks, the whole thing. Let me do this, Josh. Let's go ahead and jump out. We'll break. Matter of fact, no, we'll come back and do it. We come back. We'll ring the bell also, and I will hit up the Cat Town situation because I do want to react to it. Because, again, I think it's important to probably install these type of materials in this type of landscape, if we do say so, our damn self. Thank you, okay? Fastest $1.20. It's black and white. Think twice Thursday. So we will come back
Join Andre of the Savages weekdays 4 to 6 on Black and White Sports. ESPN 100.7 The Ticket. ESPN 100.7 right now traffic.
Your stop and go traffic 75 northbound between Summit and Luna Pier. Also an accident. Fearing and Hill. Other than that, we're clear. If you're seeing anything we're not, let us know. That's your Cumulus Toledo right now traffic.
This report is sponsored by eBay. eBay is home to millions of finds, and each one becomes part of your story. From your favorite vintage band tee to the dream car you've been searching for or the foul ball you heroically gave away. It's all there on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
This Father's Day, celebrate the dads who built this country with hard work, sacrifice, and grit. The dads who taught us to stand tall, work hard, and never quit. And there's no better place to find the perfect gift for dad than his store and more. From premium cigars to rugged knives, tactical gear, flashlights, and one-of-a-kind gifts you won't find anywhere else. His store and more has something for every kind of dad. Looking for that unforgettable Father's Day gift? Grab dad a premium cigar, a handcrafted knife, or gear built for the outdoors, the workshop, or everyday carry. Because dad doesn't want another boring tie. He wants something with character, something built like him. This Father's Day, shop local. Stop into his store and more and see why customers keep coming back for the biggest selection, the best atmosphere, and gifts dad will actually love. Located at 7325 Lewis Avenue in Temperance, Michigan. His store and more, where freedom, family, and Father's Day come together.
Remember when bar food ruled?
Equipment, unlimited data, no contract, and a 3-year price guarantee. Visit GetRocketInternet.com or call 567-3-ROCKET to check availability and sign up. Rocket Internet is a prepaid internet service. Professional installation is required and a one-time activation fee applies. Offer subject to change or may be canceled without notice. Visit GetRocketInternet.com or call 567-3-ROCKET for full detail.
It never hurts to get a second opinion, especially when it comes to your car. Hudson'sAutomotive.com.
This is Black and White Sports on 100.7 The Ticket.
Wow. Okay. You just never know what'll go on in life. Back in here, it's Black and White Sports. It is a Think Twice Thursday, as I mentioned earlier. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Josh, I don't know if I said this. I am notorious for not introducing myself on the show. I never know. My name's Andre of the Savages, by the way.
Oh, so we no longer go
I don't
along-
know.
So
I
no
don't know if I
longer we
said it.
call you the anonymous radio host.
I should get a symbol. I should change it, take it out. That might help. Might help my whole little campaign here. Oh, you know what, Josh? Also, too, are you down? We got to get you a conga line guy.
Yeah, I have
We're gonna get a conga line going at that little event thing that we had coming up, Josh. We'll plug and we'll tell the people a little bit later on. But I need you on that. Are you?
Yeah,
Are you gonna act bashful? Like, are you scary, Larry, like that?
Yeah, I'm willing to do the.
I know. I
conga.
feel like you are. You look like you got a little Tom Willis-iness to you. Remember, I used to hit the elbows on him, Josh.
Right.
And that boy used to go side to side on him. Yeah, I see you doing that. You see what I'm saying? And again, I might have to get my damn get your Sherman Hemsley on with that. You know what I'm saying? Because George, I don't want to say that though. I don't want to say that. George was tripping, but I won't even say what I'm going to say because it's definitely email territory. Let me just tell you that. We're going to leave it there. Thank you for this too, Josh. You are silly for playing that. But at least you understand the assignment.
Oh yeah.
Right? Okay. We're taking that over. Oh, that's my thing. Oh man. I was a monster in Defiance, buddy. And we only really had one little night spot too. So it's almost like every time they had any movie you can name where the people would somehow come to get down. Like right now, you think of bands, and then I think about how Purple Rain and them boys was coming to the same club every night, competition. We getting down. It could be whatever. Sometimes you got the people they dancing and their dad is badly. They had to come to the club. Everybody would convene at the same spot. That is exactly the energy that I am having, Josh.
And it all
That's
originates
exactly the
from
energy.
Las Vegas.
I'm just saying. That's the energy we're gonna come in and get it together. But I'm just saying, in a spot like that, that was what you had to come and convene, and everybody had to see it, and all the people would party in the same place, same damn people. So yeah, I'm gonna need you on that, Josh. That was my thing. So I'm about to bring it back. That's why I don't want to do a big reveal. I could have went to a full reveal, but that's why I did not. You understand this?
Yeah, I'm guessing it'll come later on during the.
Well,
shindig.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
you
you're not
want to
gonna
build it. The whole thing, it's a build.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to have it at the start of the thing, which
No.
is kind of awkward.
Thank you very much. Also, too, speaking of things that we are interested in as we move it forward, getting back in here, Think Twice Thursday. Welcome, everyone. Black and White Sports. We continue from our studios, Cumulus campus here on the south portion of the town, known as County of Lucas. Game 2, Josh Burnham. Okay, Panthers got to recover here.
Oh,
or else.
Hurricanes.
Oh, excuse me, what did I say? Panthers? Damn it.
I know. We're used to
I didn't
seeing
mean
the,
that.
We're used to seeing the Florida Panthers. In the
Well,
Stanley
I
Cup
had this.
final.
I got words all around. It looks like Panthers. If you look here, you can see, but that's not. There's no excuse for that. Again, Canes must recover or else. Doesn't change that remark though, because that's really the situation here. And you know what? I don't exactly swashbuckle myself to the other side just because of the conventional logic. And that's not to say that the Canes are not more than capable of performing at an excessively high level. This we know. But man, Josh, and maybe you could even speak to it better, but this Vegas thing, there's more than just a happenstance here. That, even since the coaching change, it appears as though they are building a momentum, because you could argue that they didn't play their best because there was a slow start. I would probably wager someone that they're going to start a little bit faster tonight. You might even look at a wager that says who's scoring first tonight, and you might get good money on Vegas in that respect. But I still like the Knights, Josh, even in game 2 on the road. And I would say I'm going to go puck line. There's one of my early plays. We don't have to wait till the end of the show.
Well, like I said, the Golden Knights have a culture unlike any other in the NHL or any other hockey team, or as a sports all thing. It's always about win now, close-knit continuity with the players, and they just have it that some teams don't.
Well, and that's kind of Josh, that's what I'm thinking. That's what we're getting at. We'll chop it though. With Sandman on it. I still think, again, what I'll do is I'll try to have him talk me down out of that pick. Maybe he will explain to me why the Hurricanes will again be a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, like the Spurs losing game 1, I expect the Canes to bounce back in game 2.
But I don't know, man. Losing that game like they lost it. There's something about the hockey thing that feels like when you win like that in a game that you should have lost. I would almost say this. It looks to me, or has always appeared, as though those losses or wins, whatever, seem to translate to the next contest a little more frequently. Let me say the energy of it, Josh, right? Say we just won a game or we just lost it, that we probably could speak more to the narrative in the game of hockey versus, again, the game on, what did we say? What is it? The game tomorrow, NBA, It won't look like last night. It just won't. Regardless of whoever wins it, it won't look like the last one. This, and again, and I'm not saying that this game 2 tonight will be a similar situation to game 1, but I'm just telling you the fact that those guys reeled those guys in and again managed to still in their building, that's a lot more significant than almost I'm sure, than it is in the NBA.
True, but
very
in hockey,
problematic.
Momentum can change on a dime, which
I
could be
get
hit out the boards or a certain play. I think the Canes will do something in game 2 that will flip momentum on its head.
Well, but how about this? When we say, because I would imagine here, I'll do it this way, Josh. I would imagine somebody would say if the Spurs go down 0-2, yes, they'll be saying that it's over, or it's very daunting and it's going to have a problem, and historically it's not in their favor. But you're not going to say that's pretty much the end of it. No. If these damn Canes go down 0-2 and we're in here tomorrow talking about that might be kind of on the rap side. Not saying it's done, but probably a little closer to getting ready to be over with.
Right. I'm just saying, like, if they do go down to game 3 is a must win for Carolina, because if you go down 0-3, whether it's basketball or hockey, coming back to do the reverse sweep is tough.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, nonetheless, let me come back to, speaking of it, let me jump back to the basketball real quick, and let me come back to Cat Towns, man, like I said, before we hit the last break. And I know we still need to ring the bell. What do we have in it? Just baseball?
Just baseball.
Got you. All right. Hold on, man. Let me get back on the doggone board here. Where is he at? Because again, I don't know, man. It's hard to explain this. I ended up saying, I think I got too fired up, man, on this cat's post. But I was telling him, I revealed it. I let my damn, spill the bag. Like, look, man, The Knicks. What if the Knicks didn't win again, Josh? Can you imagine it?
Yeah, I mean, I see that happening. I mean, it could be shades of 2001 NBA Finals where the Sixers won game one and the Lakers won the next four. So that can happen.
Yeah, thank you, Josh. Thank you. See, it sounds so much better when Josh says it. Because if I say you're just going to argue, you know what I'm saying? It sounds just over the top and like, it sounds ridiculous. No. You know why? Let me tell you guys why. Because what'll happen is everybody now this first one, nobody will trip. That'll go off. Nobody will peep anything. It's nothing. 1-1. You thought to yourself, this is probably what it should be coming out of San Antonio. That's what you're going to tell yourself. That's what they're going to say. They're going to do it on all the shows, the whole damn thing. But it's that third game. This is where the tippiness begins because that's going to be a heavy Nick bet there, I would suspect. And if it's not, that's your damn indicator right there. If it better look something like 4.5 and up when it's time for game 3. It better look like that. If it doesn't, they're telling you you are really courageous to sit up here believing these Knicks even in the Garden. I'm not getting caught in that one for real. They'll do the whole Garden thing and trip out with that. They can get smacked in the Garden. Especially that, Josh, is where I'm hoping, I'm praying. That is where I want to send the most sorceryness of sorcerer energy ever in a quad dub in the Garden, game 3 finals for the non-believing Hightower and Jones firm. Unreal, man. I can't believe there's people that would say, is now I get it. It's not perfect. I don't want to say he's the reigner of supremeness. I'm not saying it already. I don't even like, I do not even like people doing that because I like this young man's attitude with respect to I'm trying to continuously get better. We continuously get reports from the teammates and those who are witness to what's happening and the growing of everything with the entity. And I'm just stunned that you men would act like this. And there is others of you with that thinking of this. Oh, that game 3 turnout. But that's the one, Josh. Now you're 2-1 and no one's understanding and you're still in New York and people are trying to explain why have the Knicks gone from they were winning and we were go New York and go and it was real Stephen A.Z. Dancy everywhere-ness. And now suddenly it's a doom-ness and no one is happy. The city has got gray skies every time suddenly because it's 2-1. Now, Josh, can you imagine? Because the betters, that's the first better clap. So you get the better there, but he's arrogant. Those of us who need to call it 1-800, we don't. Nope, that guy has to come back. He's arrogant. He's coming back. You can't get me like that. I'm going to come right back and try to smack because you know the Knicks tie it in game 4. But they don't, though. Whoa. Uh-huh. Yeah. Let go. Let it go. At that point, that is where we explode. That's for the Bassett Nut Company. Everybody who's a part of the big Bassett Nut Company, we're all gonna go ahead, drop right there on all dimes everywhere. We're doing that. Remember this. The tape has been made. Wow, the 3-1 is the capper lapper. No, it ain't, because it's the 4th one. Back in the Alamo. Everybody must die at the Alamo. Wow. I just told him what it was. Thank you, Ski. He's a funny guy. We'll come back at 5:05 to be funnier. Black and White Sports. Please think twice about what you think you saw. And I still didn't play the damn Cat Towns. I'll do that, Josh. That's a perfect Mama Mary's mozzarella minute, isn't it, Josh?
Can't read it better myself.
Absolutely. So We'll see you then. Second hour. Sit tight.
His Store and More, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.7 WQQO HD2 Sylvania, Toledo, a Cumulus Media
Whether you're an active person that wants extra supplemental movement, maybe you want to keep your legs active while you work, or you wish to support your therapy at home, or you just want to build strength, increase your mobility, flexibility, and boost your circulation, Ellipse was made for you. Power-assisted exercise that frees your mind to enjoy your favorite seated activities. Just plug it in, place your feet, select your speed, and relax. Ellipse does all the work for you. Call now and order Ellipse.
Here's a great way to save money on your prescription medications. If you take Viagra or Cialis, we can give you a way to pay as little as $2 a pill. Compare that to prices as high as $60 per tablet. Call now with your prescription and pay as little as $2 a pill. We offer 24/7 service and always free delivery and confidential packaging. Call Pharmacy Shop 24/7 to get generic versions of Viagra or Cialis for as little as $2 a pill, plus free discreet shipping.
Creams, one of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking.
In Lambertville, Perrysburg, Maumee, Toledo, and Sylvania, Sidelines is always nearby, ready to serve you something better than just bar food. Sidelines, fresh made, locally proud, always delicious.
The weather is finally hot, so make sure your car is cool with Hudson's Automotive. Take your car over to Hudson's Automotive and let Scott and Amos do your summer AC check today. Your local full-service TechNet shop. Airport and Holloway Road, Hudson'sAutomotive.com.
Black and white sports.
May 23rd, 2025.
Seriously, right now, get the money line at this value. I'm telling you like this. I'm getting in. I'm putting this in play. And I'm trying to help right now take Minnesota to win tomorrow. And then we will come back game 4 and take OKC. I'm telling you right now, seriously.
Timberwolves and Thunder.
The game 4 would be Monday. Or Tuesday. Monday. Bam. Okay, so there it is. Saturday and Monday.
Black and white sports. Weekdays from 4 to 6 on 100.7. The Ticket.
Glass City, Southeast Michigan. Listen, if you've ever felt stuck paying huge internet bills every month, Rocket feels different. No confusing pricing, no nonsense. Just fast, reliable internet that proves you don't have to overpay anymore. Streaming stays smooth. Gaming doesn't lag. Multiple devices can run at once without slowing down. So whether you're working from home or binge watching at night, it just works. Listen, Rocket Internet is offering you 600 megabits per second for only $9.99 per month, or 1 gig for $19.99 per month. Because the biggest name isn't always the best deal. Both plans, people don't forget, include Wi-Fi equipment, unlimited data, no contract, and a 3-year price guarantee. Visit GetRocketInternet.com or call 5673-ROCKET to check availability and sign up. Rocket Internet is a prepaid internet service. Professional installation is required and a one-time activation fee applies. Offer subject to change or may be canceled without notice. Visit GetRocketInternet.com or call 5673-ROCKET for full details.
Black and white sports.
Monogamy is dead. I'm going to just let y'all know, man. Monogamy is dead. Monogamy is good as dead. Assuming someone's going to be monogamous to you is dead. We need to stop the BS. We just sharing, bro. We sharing. Everybody shares each other. Everybody gets a turn. Everybody gets a hit. Everybody gets a whack. Some people get a longer stay. Somebody get a short turn. Monogamy's dead. The only people that are going to be somewhat monogamous are going to be people that are super duper old, are kind of really religious, but even those people faking and fraud. But a guy like this, he's an accomplished NBA superstar. He just is not going to be monogamous. I'm not even going to be monogamous. I mean, I have no monogamy in me. None. I ain't even going to fake it, bro. I have no plans of being monogamous at all. I don't even have a reason to be monogamous. Like, I don't even have a reason to be. Like, why?
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Hour number 2, fastest $1.20 in sports. We call it Black and White Sports around here on a Think Twice Thursday. We continue. All right. All right, Josh. I still didn't do my well. I probably can't throw it in right here. Let's go to don't put the mom part in here. But hour number 2, however you may be listening, whatever you may be into, we appreciate you making us a part of your situation. 100.7, that's ESPN here in the Lucas County vicinity. My Southeast Michigan friends, Finley, BG, so on and so forth. And Josh, did you get the softer part of last night's events?
Yeah, I did.
Perhaps the part underappreciated from last night's events. And although extremely valid, leaves me still with one question. Will you be able to perhaps rely on this? This is because it's a question for me. Some other people, see, if I say this, they'll laugh it off, Josh, and they'll say, this is your most absurd remarks yet, Savage. You know what I mean? If I say to you, what if Cat Towns can sustain the energy as the Mama Mary's Mozzarella Minutes bring you this reflection from our guy last night? The hero, if you will, said he had forces driving the entire thing.
I don't want to sound sugarcoating or anything like that, but Shaq, you would know what I'm saying. I don't know what it was, but I just felt a calm and a peace that I don't know had to come from the woman above. So I felt really confident about today. I felt good. I felt like a kid. It felt like it was just fun out here. This is something that as a kid you always dream about. You always hope that you just hope to be an NBA player, let alone to be in the NBA finals. And all day it was just a weird feeling. It felt like I was a kid getting ready to go play my Saturday AAU games and Sunday AAU games. And in a way, I felt like I was seeing her in the stands, and it was fun. It was really fun, and it was really comforting because, game 1 of the NBA finals, you're told how the pressure is going to be and everything is. And I don't know. It felt like a certain presence was here that was very comforting and very loving. And I felt like I could have fun out here in game 1 of the NBA finals, which is the weirdest thing because you would expect to have the pressure at the highest.
Wow. And so I wonder, and see that stuff. See, this can be strange. And as we know, we obviously see that this young man's play and his contribution And if we ever end up saying lack thereof will be a relative determining factor. I think any sane mind is going to agree, and just looking at all things, if you came from a place in another galaxy and you realize that these are the people involved in what's happening, and in order to determine the outcome, this person was going to be influential. He is certainly that, even though, again, a lot of what we said about Brunson and those shots, not great in the efficiency department. But what I didn't say earlier, what I should have added to that too, because you get the win, nobody cares about it, because they'll just say, hey, this is what was necessary to get the job done. And so when we say that, then we say, this is what Brunson does for you. Once again, back to why the Stephen A commentary becomes poorly aged material for someone paid to be essentially very accurate. And I don't know, that's a subjective proposition. But to that extent, it's funny how time can fly. And so Towns being that important, I hadn't seen him, again, he did play with like he said, there was a freedom to, because see, this is why we always wanted to have the comedic joy of being able to, have our doggone vaudevillian efforts easily displayable at his expense, because he was a basketeer casery when it came to outthinking and sabotaging the one of self who is hurt most by overthinking stuff. As a fellow trip artist myself, I can attest to, it depends on what the moments are. Now, in my case, they apply more to a lot of other decisions that can kind of affect what's upcoming in like days ahead. Usually, though, kind of in moments, professional stuff, we can hang it and willy-nilly and rock with the life of making a real savvy decision process. But let me tell you, there's been some herk and jerkness that made it not go right, You did? So this is Cat Towns in these games. He's been a Dr. Trippenstein, and we know this. But last night, though, now again, also here, now let me say this next part, man, because it's difficult, because it's kind of weird. What I didn't like is people trying to now act like Cat Towns can just straight up, we just going to guard Wemby. And that's the end of that. They shouldn't say that like that. And I do trust that the young man, if in fact now to the firm of Hightower and Jones, if they're correct, or the inference that we were having a moment ago in the comment section has any sort of traction and perhaps potential validity, we will see a non-adjustment that is certainly unfruitful when the outcome is told. Because if it's what I'm talking about, it's not only going to be an adjustment, it's going to be a complete rearrangement, recalibration toward domination, and it might not be an answer. Then he'll get back to Fowley Towns. He'll be, Towns Fowley. That guy can show up. This is what I'm saying. All that stuff, again, falls in the line of basketeering. The head case ambassador can show up. This we know. So this is what I'm saying. Everybody calm down about last night. The Knicks might not win again. Then what do you say? I just laid it out. At the end of the hour, you got to rewind that. You're going to have to roll that back, because we just going to clip that. We've already decided they're working on it. I'm tripping because the station, hold on, stop, sorry, Josh. Again, the station. So shout out to the accounting department, man. Is that the traffic people? I appreciate that you guys would take an excerpt from the show and just run it in the commercial inventory. Josh, you know that isn't normal. That doesn't go like that all the time.
Not always.
It's not normal. I felt that energy. Wow. I'm sorry. Okay, but back to this. We got to chill out, man. With all of this, these people have talked crazy all day. But you guys have to understand, we have told you this incessantly and ad nauseum. These people are actors. Now, I know there could be a scenario, but Sam, what happened if something goes off one day and you was to get an offer and they got to jump on with Hannah Storm? Okay, I'll let y'all know if they wanted to be actory. I don't know. But it's going to be, you have to look at the check. That's what they're looking at, the check. But if they ask you to start lying, well, I don't know. I don't know what situation is worth lying, because you know how they're going to do you in today's hookup. I don't know. But you can't jump on board with things that are just, you know what I'm saying. But again, we get it. We get being company people. But I'm just saying, we got to calm down. But a lot of people saying a lot of erratic remarks all day in response to last night, and it was very, very, Josh, unauthentic, like the opposite of authentic New York style. Thin crust pizza. Oh, Josh, the way we just hit that timing was so hard on it. That's another commercial. Frank, keep this. Frank, play this inside the restaurant when the people come in. Welcome to Mama Mary's Pizza, everyone. We're so glad you decided to step in. Listen, appreciates every bit of it. You have to come over and visit us over here in order to get your hands on the authentic New York style thin crust pizza that is celebrating America's 250th anniversary. Founded in 1776, the United States is 250 years old here in a couple of weeks. And Mama Mary's Pizza is celebrating with a 17.76% discount when you order online. That's right. Get 17.76% off when you order online. Yes, sometimes too tired, making dinner, not happening. So let's make it easy on the brain and you, and especially that wallet. There's something for you, mom, dad, got to get you together. And of course, the youngsters, it's always about that, the offspring pizza. They like that. Sometimes salads, everybody can dig it. Subs, we can all have a choice. And more. The menu is stacked, as they say the Rams defense could be. Mama Mary's Pizza in Holland, Southside, on Airport, and Holloway. Josh, what you got going, man?
We are going to a different zone.
That was rough, though, Josh. Thank you. That was hard, though. Send that to Frank. Can we send that? Let's email that to Frank, Josh. Cut that, too. I'm sorry. I'm overdoing it today. We got a lot of clips. Matter of fact, roll on. We will do it, too. Send the visual, too. We better start getting into these reels. That's what the kids tell me. You better get more into the reels. You're not doing enough reels on. It's okay. Isn't that something? So see, Josh, I got to catch up. Get some reels. We'll get some reels. And Frank needs a reel. Mama Mary's, he can have that on his hookup. They'll have reels, and it'll be us for deals. Yes, deals for reels.
That's one way to reel them in.
Airport, everybody. Mama Mary's Pizza FIRETV.com. Mama Mary's Pizza.com. Okay. All right, let's move on. Like we said, we'll wrap with Sandman, I believe, here later on here in this hour. But before that, I mean, the Cat Towns thing, man, was kind of my little foray here. And that energy is I'm saying, sometimes you never know. I don't know. I could say on one hand, if I want to be the person who is trying to find a reason not to believe, he will continue, maybe, again, the success of last night. Hold on, let me go back to it. I think I'd stop myself from going back into the box score for that reason. But, if he had that kind of energy, when you hear a guy start talking about, man, I just had fun, I really didn't carry the stress of the moment into the situation. Anytime in the 34 minutes, Cat Towns is 7 for 15. Cool. The 18, you're going to always love it. Even though he didn't hit a three, he only took 2 of them. That's what you want. And he's earned the right to take at least a couple. Cat, I wouldn't be mad at you if you fired 2 more. In your case. See, that's in your case. Like this other man, certain people, I don't want people doing that. Because things get weird when people start getting happy on that level. But I could even say, let me see if you went 3 for 5, though. Maybe at some point, because you kept on staying confident when the opportunities came. But nonetheless, nobody's upset. The 4 assists, we know that we'll see more output there. And again, solid game. And it was nothing. See, that's the thing. It wasn't necessarily, because it's not the feature. Obviously, again, you come back to the Brunson, blah, blah, blah. But that got my attention. That's all I'm saying, Josh. When you start talking about the spirit of mom gets involved, whoa.
He loves his mom.
I'm just saying, I don't know, can you carry that? Can we say this? The next couple, is that what? I don't know. But at the same time, what if we find ourselves saying Cat Towns MVP and the whole thing went off and he says, I felt free the whole time. And you couldn't even be mad at it. And so there, you know what I mean? But that's all. It got my attention. A guy in that position, I thought that was very important for him. And really to kind of even share that like that, because he didn't need to say that in front of the entire planet, in the moment last night. He was still sitting there. He was actually on the court right after the game. I think he still had his jersey on.
Yeah, he was at the court being interviewed by the guys from inside the NBA.
Yeah. So, but again, so I mean, like I said, I could just be overstating that. But at the end of the day, no. Knicks should not be winning any more games, though. Seriously. Let's come back. Okay, bottom of the hour. Think twice Thursday.
The takes are cold. The delivery is savage. Black and white sports on ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
The need for aerospace technicians is
To celebrate, we're keeping our prices the same as 2025. That's right, you'll pay the same as last year. And if you haven't been out lately, you need to. Crooked Creek continues to be one of the most improved public courses around. The greens are faster, smoother, and rolling better than ever. And it's back. The Beer Tab Open, Saturday, August 15th. A 3-club, 4-person scramble, and we supply the clubs. Persimmon driver, 7-iron, wedge, and putter. Each team gets 24 beers, and every beer you drink is a stroke off your score. $75 per player or $300 per team includes skins and prizes. 21 and over. Call now. 734-854-4909. Father's Day is coming. Give Dad the gift of golf this year. Crooked Creek Golf Course. God bless America.
Black and white sports.
Somebody to play with you, like, okay, well, it's cool. I don't go looking for nobody, but whenever I see you, we're going to have to deal with this. You're going to have to answer those questions, and the way you answer those questions is the way I'm going to deal with you.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
As we get set to cross the bottom of the hour on this Think Twice Thursday. Fastest buck 20 in sports. It's called Black and White Sports. It's 100.7 FM. That is ESPN here in the Glass at Toledo, Ohio. Thank you all for being here. I am Andre of the Savages. Josh Burnham is here in studio as he is normally. And he has agreed to operate as part of the conga line situation you might find or you might hear about over the weekend. Josh, we might need to do something. I think what we need to do is make sure this gets exposure in case we break a record. What's the longest conga line in history? Let's find out. And let's get the dynamics and see, like, does it matter how long it is or how long it goes? You know what I'm saying? Because that could be determined by like a song. Is it like a several song span? You know, what's going on? Is it boat? Is it on sea or land? You know, what we doing?
Well, actually, the longest conga line, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, is 119,986 people, known as the Miami Super Conga. That took place on Miami, Florida, on March 13th, 1988, during the annual Calle Ocho Festival organized by the Kiwanis Club of Little Havana.
What? 100,000 people?
119,986.
Damn. Well, we might not be able to break that. I mean, I always say you never know. I don't think we're going to be, I don't think the crowd will really grow.
Yeah,
at
probably,
this particular event. I don't think that might happen. It'll be a successful event. It'll be a lot of people, but I don't think it's going to be that.
Probably have to get some folks from Cherry Street to get involved.
Yeah. All calls and guests brought to you by. Oh, I hit mute on accident, and I didn't mean to do that. He is the general, boots on the ground. Cleveland, Ohio, ladies and gentlemen. Live remote. Mr. Sanzada himself. Andy would be, or probably Andrew, if I talk to his moms, he'd probably be like, Andrew? I bet you that's what it is, too. And that's when you know something is going down. I bet you. You already know. Absolutely. What's up, man? Good afternoon, sir.
How are you doing?
A little better every day. I'm a little taken back right now. I just found out we don't have a chance in hell of having a dominant conga line existence for the news media. And the thing is, you know, I would explain in depth. I can't because it's like we got a thing coming up. We can't necessarily, we didn't want to throw it in yet into the show. So it's part of the tease too, how we're talking. Because what the hell are they talking about? What are they going to be doing a conga line? Exactly. But as long as Josh is involved, if Josh is out, I think I'm out. And usually I do my own, you know, definitely got my own drum, Andy, no doubt, as we know. You know what I'm saying? But nope, Josh Burnham not involved, count me out. So we will see. Like I said, it could be an exciting event or two over the next several days. Let's say that.
But will there be a conga line? That's the question.
We are the that's what I'm trying to tell you. This is up to us, man. Just don't hang me out to dry. Don't get scary, Larry. That's all I'm telling you.
Scary.
Don't buckle.
It's all about the party organizers that want to do such a conga line.
All right. Well, no, they use like it's just a benefit. No, anything that the people are grinning about, trust me, Josh, the organizers are always happy. Remember that, okay? Doesn't matter where the location is. Doesn't matter what type of party it is. People smiling, participation, and thus energy. Never frowned upon administratively. You can jot that down if you need it. Andy, back to high-level Stanley Cup competition, sir, because today we get to say if you don't recover, Canes, this is an or else. And I know we wouldn't say it in hockey because you're going to do the whole Dre's different in basketball. No, we did it, and we know. But see, the thing about it also in hockey was waiting for you and this moment. More than NBA, energy from last outing carries more significant when it does. Not always does, but when it does. Like when we come back NBA, last night's game has no bearing on what's getting ready. This is what I'm trying to tell these damn people. Chill the hell out as far as what's getting ready to go on the next time we see the Spurs and Knicks. Okay? But listen, man, no. Canes don't respond here. This is a very real, we getting ready to start packing it up, people, because it's just because the Knights have a thing going off and it's starting, if it's not a reply here to hold them up for at least a second, got to punch them back, make them stop, think about something. Otherwise, the steamroll is of we don't give a F and don't care and keep feeling like we're on a destiny climb and that's getting more fun every night. Yeah, this is a problem. That's why I say it's a moment. I know how it goes. You know, this stuff, this postseason stuff is about the moment. What team is the fire moment? In the story.
Well, I think Carolina basically has to start the way they started game one. I mean, they played just fine in the first two periods of game one.
That's what's strange about it, Andy.
It's the second half of the second period and into the third period where things kind of fell apart for them. But they got out to the fast start, which is what they needed to do. They executed on the power play, which is what they needed to do. But they didn't get the goaltending they need. And I look for Freddie Anderson to bounce back big time tonight. Because if he doesn't, Sav, as good as he's been, as outstanding as his numbers are, Rob Brindamore will make a goalie change. He's got no choice. This is the best chance he's ever had to win a Stanley Cup since he won it with Carolina as a player 20 years ago. He's not going to pass that up. He's for feelings. You know, if Freddie can't get it done, he's going to sit him down and he's going to put Bussy in because he's the backup. And he had a really nice season. And there were a lot of people that thought that Bussy would actually be the goalie that he starts the playoffs with. But Freddie has earned this opportunity. Now he has to go out and show him that he's still the guy. He still can go out and win him a game when he has to. And he's the guy that's going to help get this team to their end line, which is the Stanley Cup. So I look for that to be the storyline tonight more than anything. I just think that both these teams, Vegas is okay playing physical. Carolina doesn't want to play physical. They want to play fast. They want to get up and down the ice. They want to use their speed. They want to, go through the neutral zone. They want to get pucks in deep and then work their cycle play, to set up their offense. That's what they want to do. If this gets into a slow down physical game, it's all Vegas because Vegas is more than comfortable playing that. But the thing about Vegas that makes them such a good team is they can also play the way that Carolina wants to play, which is fast.
They can get up and down. We can get to it.
Exactly. Yeah. The difference is Carolina wants to utilize their forecheck a little bit more. Vegas just wants to get in there and get to the net. So I look for whichever team can control that pace tonight. I think ends up winning. And like I said, I picked Carolina to win in 7. For that to happen, they absolutely have to win tonight. So I will be cheering for them as much as if I were a Sabres fan and Buffalo was in this position. That's how badly they need to win this game. But I look for some adjustments to be made. I don't know if they're going to play that man-to-man defense the way they did in the first game because it bit them too much, with those opportunities that Hurdle had for the game-winning shot and some of the other chances that Vegas had. So I look for some adjustments there. And then, for Carolina to try to dictate the pace because that's what it's going to take to win tonight. But ultimately, I think Anderson has to steal this game. I think that's what it comes down to.
No, man, I got you, brother. Andy Sanzada in here, everybody. Stanley Cup tonight, Stanley Cup game 2. All right. Oh, boy. It's like, and the thing, Andy, I actually now I get what you're saying as you describe it because I can now see these things, though. It is exactly like I said. It's evident that I'm dealing with a team that's a little lighter foot.
Yeah,
the other boys, them boys want to mix it. Them Vegas boys.
Well, the other thing for Carolina is they didn't get any production from their best line, which was Stankov and Blake and Hall in that first game, and they still almost won it. So that's something that they need to build on. Vegas can build on the fact that they got down 2-0, stayed calm, stayed poised, and came back and won the game. So each team, I think, has something that they can take away from game 1 that's coming into tonight they're going to build upon. And whichever team can turn that into the momentum they need is going to walk away the winner tonight.
Well, Kane's favored. So, obviously you would expect.
Yeah.
So odds makers haven't turned on them. They favor there at home. It is what it is. But I still I don't know. I kind of like the Knights. So I take the puck line right there. We'll be back, though. Let's talk about it. We'll go back to the court. All right. A few other things. And again, we got some plays that are in motion and all the rest and a ticket that is down the Ave currently. So we like that when we're in the show. All right. Sit tight. Everybody said think twice Thursday. And that is what I encourage you to do. If you were seeing the finals and you're tripping out, overdoing it, I saw too many crazy posts. Sit tight.
When the game ends, the real talk begins. Black and White Sports with Andre of the Savages. ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
America's birthday celebration is here, and His Store and More is bringing the boom. Now through July 5th, get 17.76%.
plus a beautiful private lounge with 2 massive 70-inch TVs, open 24/7, 365, plus annual memberships packed with perks. Try out their Great Lakes cigar, made in Nicaragua and only available at Havana Cigar Outlet, North Coast Cigar, and the Cigar Affair in Maumee. Go ahead, light up at your new favorite spot, North Coast Cigar in Port Clinton or Havana Cigar Outlet in Norwalk.
Black and White Sports, weekdays from 4 to 6 on 100.7 The Ticket.
We on? Okay, K. Jones, welcome to it. Afternoon style, black and white.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you, brother.
Look.
Yes, sir.
And tapped in since you was commentating boxing on the TV on BTSN, sir. Look.
Oh, man,
your
respect,
show
brother.
is amazing. Your show is amazing. I like how you feel me. We got Sadman on the show. E, Josh, all lit every day. Man, but look, I really wanted to call though.
ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
As we jump back in here, Black and White Sports on this Think Twice Thursday. So, looks like our man in DL, your boy, breaking news, people. Sadman, my bad, Sadman. We were in the break. I know you wanted to get in here.
Yeah, no, I just saw while we were in the break, so it literally just happened about 15 minutes ago.
Oh, Wing fans. On them Wing fans, they might want. I know it's breaking out everywhere, but they should probably take a deep breath. Oh, go ahead, man. Fire.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yeah, my bad. I just wanted to say that part. I just wanted to say
Sports Illustrated is reporting, according to Elliot Friedman of Sportsnet in Canada, that the Red Wings' Dylan Larkin has formally requested a trade to leave Detroit. He is not happy with the fact that they have not made the playoffs for the last 10 years, and he's looking for a fresh start at this point in his career. This will be a tricky situation, though, because of his contract, and I think he has a no trade clause. So there's only going to be a certain amount of teams that are going to be eligible for him, if I'm not mistaken. But don't quote me on that. I just think he has a no trade because he's from Michigan. I would think that he had put that in there previously on his last contract. But it's time for a change in Detroit. And this is your captain that's asking for this. This is not good if you're a Red Wings fan.
As much as I've heard it in this studio a couple of times, like, what is going on at the top? This plan is not the plan. It's not working. We got to transition.
You've got to get rid of Yzerman. He's
got to do it now. The people are gonna. This is a revolt.
He's got to go, Seth. It's just not working. He's not having the success he had at Tampa. He doesn't know how to put a roster together. And you know, everybody's been clamoring for 3 to 4 years now. Get a goalie. And he hasn't done anything. So that's not their only issue. They have some scoring deficiencies. They have, problems on the blue line. But that has been their biggest deficiency as far as why they've collapsed in the last portion of the season, the last 2 years, because they just don't have a goalie that can win important games.
Man, Sam, it's real. It's real. In the D, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? But that's that. I mean, I don't. Hey, when you get that type of indictment in the sense that, man, I've been as loyal as I can be. Can I please get an opportunity just to listen? They let Stafford, Verlander. That's how they look at it. You can't, out of all places, please let me go do something.
Or just like get some walleye players up to the D.
I often wonder, we should talk about that more. Why isn't the roster, you know what I mean? I don't. Hey, that's an interesting conversation about that too. But nonetheless,
well, Toledo would progress up to the AHL. Rarely do you see somebody go all the way from the ECHL right to Detroit in the NHL. So, is it Grand Rapids?
There's another stop. There's another stop there.
Yeah. But if you're Yzerman, whose job is on the line, you're desperate for anything, any kind of sign that would lead them out of the wilderness into the promised land, you're probably thinking, well, Grand Rapids is not doing it for me, but maybe I should look at Toledo.
This isn't a knock on Toledo at all, but Yzerman drafted Sebastian Kosa to be the franchise goaltender. and he's done nothing but keep him in the minors for the last 3 or 4 years. So, he obviously either missed the boat on picking him, or he's just not progressing as much as he should for the where he got drafted. And that would be interesting to talk to Matt about, to talk about his development there, to see why he feels like he hasn't progressed the way that Detroit anticipated he would when they drafted him.
Well, there's news. Well, thank you very much. I ain't look at that. See, every now and then, it happens. Sometimes while we're in it, it'll happen. Okay, so let's jump back into the calm your ass down portion of the program.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
It's
one game.
But it's just like I was saying earlier. I was talking a lot, you know what I mean, and messing with the people too. But seriously, in a real way, these people are actors on the thing, and some of that I really chalk up to that part. But because and the narrative becomes redundant and so on. But yesterday it felt like the live bets must have been pretty heavy San Antonio's way, because it looked like the game was almost in hand. So I would imagine they probably thought that trend would continue. And then you had, because the shift with the Knicks was so, it felt very stark. I won't say there weren't gradual moments and here and there, like the game would flow. I'll give you that. But the conclusion, there was a drop off cliff sort of energy about that last night. I don't want to say that in totality, but that's the way that thing came across. Put it that way. I'm just telling you, man, when I explained the scenario, Andy, at the end of the first hour, where if you really wanted to, you would kill a lot of people's pockets imagine if the Knicks didn't win again. Let me just say that and let that sit right here. Yeah. Because now, see, the thing is, and again, the first game, that's nothing. 1-1, you would have suspected that. Nobody feels the wiser, but there's one you can kind of get done, give people a gimme, because they got cracked last night on anybody who thought San Antonio. Again, I'm one of those people. Boom. But the next one, so they tie it. That doesn't count. Nobody cares. Figured that would be that. But the Spurs going into Madison Square on the third game and split their wig or something somehow. Oh my goodness. That right there that's going to be the kill. That then I guess you'll know. I guess you know what I mean. I feel like you'll know then.
I would think the Knicks will be favored in game 3, regardless of what happens in game 2, because it's the first home game.
Well, we said, you're gonna have like a 4.5 point. Like I said, anything. Well, I told him that if it's not that, and if it's shorter, and if it ain't north of that, then that's going to tell you most people won't bet it, but it'll be an indicator the Knicks about to get their ass cracked on the third game. But I'm still thinking he just spazzes out, and that might be a monumental moment for all time.
There's three things to me that allowed New York to win last night when they came back in the second half. Number one, Jalen Brunson did what I told everybody he could do, which is go off in the fourth quarter. He had 13 points alone in the fourth quarter. He had 30 in the game. First player to do that since Willis Reed in the 1970 finals for the Knicks. Number two, San Antonio couldn't hit a shot from 3 at all. Champagnie couldn't miss in the first half. He couldn't make in the second. And then number 3, you cannot allow New York's guards to rebound the way they did last night. That will be a problem for San Antonio if that continues. That's the one thing that I will say they have to adjust immediately for them to turn around and get this thing in the right direction. But that to me,
guards, one second, not to interrupt you, but you said guards, because I know a guard last night who rebounded very well, but you said guards, plural. Like, who was the other guard that was, hold on, I'm checking to it. I'm looking, because I meant to check first before. I'm like, who is he talking about in the New York department that was a guard that was, anybody that was rebounding? Who are you referring to?
Well, no, I was talking about Josh Hart.
Yeah. So that, guard, but the thing is, and so what I would have said to you, like we did in the first hour, that didn't matter because he only gave you 3. Now, if he gave you 15 boards and gave you 13 points, like he might do on a night of normalcy with his scoring, then that would be a problem. But you won't see this anymore. That's the thing. That's the only reason why I wouldn't be caring about the Josh Hart of the world with respect to a rebounding guard, because Josh Hart does do that. But I'll tell you what, real quick, Andy, because it makes me think of this from my people. Hey, you're going to get inflated numbers on Josh Hart next game in the rebound department. So let's all remember that we're going to look at an under just in the future. Sorry, Andy, go ahead and go. But that was just, I'm sorry, because the whole thing with I knew what you meant, but I was like, let me make sure in case it's some, I'm like, what other guards are you talking about? But okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, it just was a general terminology.
All good.
Speaking,
I got you.
Because that's his position. But no, I mean, to me, that was the difference in the second half. Because you credit New York's defense, because they turned their coverage around. They didn't allow Champagny to have as many open looks as he had in the first half. Towns was outstanding, forcing Wemby to be uncomfortable, I think. But going forward, I think Wemby is, even though he's young and he's inexperienced, he's so smart and really just savvy when it comes to his knowledge of the game. He'll make the adjustments. San Antonio is going to win. Game 2, I still stand by my pick. They win the series in 6. Told you the Knicks were going to get 2. I knew last night might be one of them. I think they get 1 in the Garden, and then that's it. I think San Antonio still ends up winning the title. I just think they're the deeper team. And ultimately, New York has to lose at some point, Sav. They've won 12 in a row throughout the playoffs. That should be a red flag for the bettors too.
Yeah, game 2 is interesting. Yeah, it's tricky too sometimes. I always get leery, but it's probably as sure money as you're going to get. But whenever you think that, the moment you start thinking it's sure money, your ass will get zapparine.
Did you happen to see my post, I think it was a week or so ago, about the curse that the WWE star put on the Knicks opponents? And since he put that curse on them, they haven't lost. Did you see that story?
I think I saw this guy you're talking about. I think I saw it on Sports Center at some point in the exact same reference. I think I saw this guy. But, yeah, even stuff like that.
But that's the entertainment value that we're talking about. When you incorporate stuff like that, you bring stuff like that into it, then I think you're going to throw some people off a little bit.
Oh, yeah, here's the guy.
Wemby has 6 turnovers. He's not going to have 6 turnovers again.
No, he's not going to dribble the ball off his feet. He's not going to throw the ball out of bounds. I think he's going to be more aggressive too, Sam. I thought he was a little passive last night.
And this is what I was saying.
More aggression out of him in game 2.
It's like I said, it could get ugly. And again, I do think I feel like in these finals, we can see a quadruple double. They think I'm kidding with that. I'm not joking. And I'm still seeing a night of game 3 on these people. And maybe even a game 4. I don't know. But in that New York frame, though, like I said, something spectacular that they're going to say and keep for the frame of lifelong Polaroid for our lives in that damn garden.
Can we just talk about how absolutely obnoxious the New York Knicks fans are, though? Like, is there a worse group of basketball fans than the Knicks?
I don't know. I don't get into it. I don't care about the people's fans. It's all because, again, like I said, I always think it's weird now, even having been one and having been a supporter of the Cowboys my life, Lakers and all that, I still think we should, not necessarily act like we do, but I get it. I don't judge the people for it. It's all good. As long as you're serious. If they serious, they serious. I would say they're serious, Andy. The people, that's all. They just said, like you. I just saw you out there waving flags and buck-eyeing in the driveway and stuff like that. Those things that's erratic, man. That's not normal.
But enough about Spike Lee.
Well, Spike. It's funny seeing Spike. Now, Spike is kind of interesting. I'm gonna find a way to describe what I think to myself when I see Spike, man. But God bless Spike too. Spike he's on a high. He's buzzing. Spike might be. Listen, there's no telling what kind of situation is going on with these Knicks people, man.
But I'm just talking about. I'm talking about the group of fans that turn around and scream at the other team's fans and start brawls and all. That's what I'm talking about.
It's a New
If you
York
want to be
thing.
passionate, that's fine. Be passionate. I'm like that about all my teams. But when we start getting into people's faces and all that, come on, you know, be better. That's all I'm saying.
Right, hold on, Andy. Andy's not gonna be fighting at the game like that in the stands, like and tumbling in the stands. All right, let me roll out, man. What did we do last night? We were 4-3 last night. Everybody, the Yankees lost. Cincinnati got beaten again. My Spurs thing went off, but I did get the under in the NBA. I got Ohtani in the Dodgers. We got the 6.5 with Seattle last night in the ladies and with the Liberty money line. Listen, tonight, real quick, man. Vegas, I'm going puck line, Andy. I wanted to go under 5.5. It's looking like I might have to change it. I'll stick with it, though, since I'm on the air. I like Minnesota money line tonight. McBride is 1-3. Gabby Williams at 3. And Olivia Miles, 8 assists. And Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese tonight. Reese, 8+ on the boards. Aaliyah Boston, 6+. Howard, Clark, and Gray, 2 threes apiece, and Clark with the double-double because she could be pissed off. Everybody's tripping, talking crazy about her. So this would be the perfect person to clown on. All right? Got to roll out of here, man. Friday, we'll come back and try to improve, get this thing right in the better department, okay? For Andy Sanzada, thank you very much, sir. Hell of a job as always. For Josh Burnham doing what he does every day, I am Andre of the Savages. You guys be kind, be respectful, be nice. Get this work in tonight. Stanley Cup work. We'll be in here tomorrow, Friday. Close it. Handle your business today.
Where we're at now, it can't be what is the end going to look like. It has to be we have to take care of business today and then tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
His store and more, the man super